Hello, sorry, I'm just coming back. Sorry, I had to stop the broadcast and restart it here. Um, I am coming to you from Bhaktapur, where we've just experienced another earthquake, and you can see people have come out from their houses here and ran out into the square. I didn't know what was happening. All of a sudden, some guys came running toward us and said, "Earthquake, earthquake," and we looked up and we could see the spire on this temple shaking and some of the windows shaking as well, and it might have lasted maybe 30 seconds. How long do you think the earthquake lasted? How long? Maybe 30 seconds? 30 seconds? 15 seconds. 15 seconds. So I was just talking to these gentlemen here a little bit earlier, and they ran out and showed me, they pointed up at the spire. They could see the spire shaking and some of the windows shaking here. They figured it was maybe over a 5. And they're experts now because they've lived through so many aftershocks here. And yes, this is Potts. I'm in Potter Square right now. So you can see many of the people came out of their homes and came out into the open space, for protection, so that nothing would fall on them. And these people have experienced a lot of trauma over the last few months. And I don't know if there was any damage, and we don't know where my driver Bickish is just trying to phone the earthquake center to find out how big the earthquake was, but he can't get through right now. So, this particular town suffered serious damage, and people went through a lot of trauma here. So you can imagine that people get pretty scared as soon as something happens when they've lived through some of the destruction that they've lived through. So, there's nothing now. We figured it lasted about 15 seconds, and it seems okay now, but it was kind of definitely not expecting it. And these people came out into the square, and things are okay now. But when it first happened, I just finished the Periscope broadcast from Potter's Square here in Bhaktapur, and some people started just running out towards me and yelling, "Earthquake, earthquake." And they pointed up, and you could see the spire on this temple shaking, and some of the window frames shaking as well. But it lasted about 15 seconds. So it's like I said, I was here in May, and I came here on the day of the second big earthquake. My plane landed just maybe an hour and a half or a couple hours after the second earthquake happened here, and I've lived through many aftershocks here in Nepal while I was staying here for 3 weeks in May. But I could feel a little bit of the earth moving on this last one, but it didn't seem to be as scary as the ones that they went through, the large ones. I don't know where the epicenter was, and I've not heard of any aftershocks or earthquakes recently here, but we're just trying to get through to the earthquake center just to kind of see, get an idea of how big this was. Some of the guys here figured it was about a 5, just because they've got a lot of experience now going through earthquakes here, and there was hundreds of aftershocks after the major ones here in April. 5. Oh, okay, good. Well, I'm glad he's okay. That's very scary to know that he's up there. So, yeah, we're getting some reports around 4.8. The earthquake was maybe about 15 minutes ago. And I do apologize if I'm not getting to everybody's questions here, but it seems like everything's okay now. But this is the thing, you just never know when they're going to hit. 56 kilometers northeast of Kathmandu. Thank you. I just signed off my scope when the earthquake happened. I was maybe off for a couple of minutes. Thank you. So it was maybe about, would you guys say about 15 minutes ago? The earthquake, 15 minutes ago? Yeah, about 15 minutes ago it happened. Thank you. But you know, you just never know. Yeah, you just never know what's, you know, when it's going to happen, what's going to happen. I certainly wasn't expecting anything. But anyways, the latest, it sounds like, you know, the guys here that have lived through so many earthquakes and aftershocks were feeling that it was a 5 or 5.5, and it sounds like the latest report's 4.8. And yes, we will be watching for aftershocks as well. But like I said, I was right in this square when it happened, so I probably couldn't have picked a better place to be. 12 kilometers southwest of Kadari. Yeah, I hope it's a one-time thing too, to be honest with you. This is live streaming, so this is live around the world right now with Periscope. So it's a couple of the guys that were talking to me. You guys live in Bhaktapur, right? You're from Bhaktapur?
Yeah, we are from Bhaktapur.
Yeah. You live in Potter Square here. Oh.
This is my pottery studio.
Okay. Well, this is a big advertise. When you come to Potter Square in Bhaktapur, you have to buy something from this man here.
You can play pottery. Without playing pottery, you are not fully enjoying Pottery Square.
Yeah. So you come and try too.
Yeah, we give a training.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. Well, this is, you have to come, if you come to Bhaktapur and Potter Square, this is the man. What is your name, sir?
My name is Sajjan Prajapati.
And you must see this man when you come here, and he will take care of you.
My personal name, and Prajapati is our family name. It represents the potters. Prajapati, you know Prajapati?
Yeah, Pashupati, yes.
It means the making potters.
Oh, making potters.
Not my only father's name, this is the grandfather.
So you have like 3 generations of potters.
Not only 3, more than 15 generations.
More than 15 generations of potters. That's totally amazing. That's really cool. And I'm so glad to see that the pottery is getting back. Although because of the fuel crisis, you're saying that it's hard to get the clay in right now.
Yeah, right now it's difficult to get the clay. About no petrol.
Yeah.
Just to run the pickles is difficult.
Yeah.
You need to carry from the bus from the load to the clay from the field from here. It's very difficult to get in the clay.
Yeah.
Well, we need to say about Indian politics. They need to give a.
I know there's a lot of politics involved, and we need people to just be more compassionate and.
Politics is a dirty politics.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me here, and this man you must see when you come to Potter Square. He will take care of you. Thank you. And I'm sorry, I just missed that. Could you? So 5. So it was a 5. That's the U.S. Geological Center is saying it was a 5 earthquake here, which is fairly significant. And we could see things shaking. We could see I could see the top of this temple shaking, and the windows shaking as well. And it lasted about we say about 15 seconds. But it was scary enough for people to run out into the square. Nagarkot, 26 kilometers northeast. 4.8, okay. So we're getting 5, 4.8. Okay, if anything else happens, I will come back to you. I'm going to sign off for now here in Bhaktapur, Nepal, as they're processing the rice and the ceramics are drying here in Potter Square in this beautiful village. Thank you for joining me.